New here at 4:30, a woman in Dolton just received a fine from the city that she calls outrageous. Her daughter's dog got loose, and the ticket for that was $2,500. As Regina Waldrop reports, this woman hopes that her story leads to change.
Hey, Chloe Bear.
For the past few years,
Sit.
She's been in the care of Latoya Brinson.
I am the babysitter.
Chloe, the laid-back 3-year-old American pit bull. She actually belongs to Latoya's daughter, who's in the military.
She talked through the ring camera to her dogs every day.
But on July 6th, Chloe somehow got out of the backyard. Latoya thinks she might have pushed her way on the side of this gate.
My neighbor called me.
Latoya was at work. Dalton police showed up. An officer called her.
She said, well, yeah, we got a call about a stray dog. I got over here and I saw your dog, and I'm not sure. I wasn't scared. The dog made a growl. You know, I'm not familiar with dogs. I didn't want to get bit, you know, and I shot at the dog.
Chloe wasn't shot, but ran off. Latoya would find her 4 days later. But the real shocker came when Latoya read the ticket left in her mailbox.
My ticket was $2,500 for dog on loose.
Latoya says she looked for information about fines for loose dogs on the village's website, but found nothing. Dalton doesn't have an animal control officer or a pound. Depending on where you live, fines for loose dogs range from $300 in Chicago to $50 in Blue Island, $100 in Oak Park and Riverdale.
How do you get $2,500 for a dog on loose in Dalton?
Attorney Sherry Travis calls the fine excessive and arbitrary.
I think she should get a small ticket that is consistent with other towns.
Co-founder of the Animal Law Student Initiative, the group would like for the village to hire a part-time animal control officer and is calling for additional training of officers.
We really would like to see some policy changes.
Latoya has asked for the body cam footage from that day. Her next court date, October 17th. We reached out to the mayor's office, but did not hear back. Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Next is discussion of animal control program and use of animal control vehicles.
Yeah, so I added this to the agenda because this is another item that I would like to go to the committee of the whole. A senior called me a few weeks ago asking, stating that she had a pit bull in her backyard. And I did call you, you didn't answer. But I was calling to see if we had animal control. I know that one board meeting, you presented it to us, and we voted to pay about $50,000 for an animal control car. And once upon a time, I used to see people driving the animal control car, and we used to have animal control at one point, and then it vanished. But nothing was ever told to the board regarding what's exactly going on with the vehicle and the services. So I would like to have this discussion with the community so that we can get some answers and figure out if we have animal control, and if not, what we'd have to do to start it back up.
So you know we do have animal control. You know that if you call, we will come and we will remove the animal. Prime example, you had an animal on your block that was loose. It was a pit. You went on Facebook or some social media to my, hey guys, it's a pit loose. Watch yourself instead of calling the village of Dolton. The resident then called us, the village of Dolton, like they should have, like you should have, and we showed up and showed out. But when you guys call us, we do show up. And we do our job, but people get up here, like I said, everything's clickbait, everything's about campaigning. We do show up and we remove the animals. Just the other day, we had 2 big dogs loose off of MLK, was it? And they showed up and took care of that as well, and cited the owner because it was 2, what you call it?
Those bullmasters. 2 of them,
big. So we handle it all the time. Just because y'all don't see it, because y'all never around, don't mean that we're not taking care of the business of the community. We always boots on the ground all the time. So we wouldn't have all these things to announce to the public if we wasn't out here doing our job. Like y'all saying that we don't do anything with the truck or we don't pick up the animals. We do all the time. So I just want to clear that up for all those little lies that's just out there about the animal control vehicle.
Madam Mayor, may I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Trustee Norwood, the reason the truck is still out there. However, what we're doing right now, what I'm doing right now is working with Cook County to train our people on handling those dogs. We do have some that are trained on it, but not as many as we need. So that's what's going on right now. They're being trained by Cook County.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I got 2 questions. First off, when was the last time the vehicle was used?
The The vehicle was used probably about maybe a week ago. I know.
Okay. Somebody in the audience call the police department and see if they got animal control.
Girl, why don't you tell them to call the police department?
Because let me explain why I said that, Mayor, because I'm talking and I got the floor right now. Last week, there was some animals out. They called the police department and the police department said, we don't have animal control anymore. So I don't understand why these people lie so much when it is 21,000 people in Dolton, and mysteriously a week ago it was used, but the other day he wanted to transfer it to a transport car, whatever it is. And I just don't understand it. If it's not a working and functioning department, say it's not a working, functioning department. But why are y'all lying? Y'all sitting here lying to these people.
See?
It makes no sense.
Okay,
It makes no sense that she sits here and lie like that. I just can't stand it. I let her talk now. She lies so much. But she want to say somebody else lying. But
girl, you said that lie. Talking about you live at your mama house and you make $300,000. Who the biggest lie?
We got proof to show that we picking up dogs. But
Okay.
Show us. Stop it, trustee. Please stop.
Talking about somebody lying.
You always lying.
Okay, and you lying about you live in Dolton when you know you don't.
You don't live in Dolton. Get it right.
God.
Get it right.
Trustee Norwood.
Okay, so and why I asked, I mean, you know, it does get frustrating when you all
Quiet, please.
here and tell these stories, and I guess that's the frustrating part. And I put this on the agenda because, of course, common sense. Before I would call this lady, I would call the animal control, right? So I did, and that's when I was informed that we no longer have animal control. Then I did a little digging, and I seen an article that stated that the administration didn't properly go about things the right way with the animals, and someone was doing something with the animals, and the state cut us off from having animal control. So none of this information was shared with anyone from the board. So that's why I asked, and I was thinking that in the event that the state has us barred from doing animal control for a while, I wanted to know, because I was just thinking we paid $50,000 for the truck. So I just wanted to know what was the next plan for the truck in the event that we were no longer allowed to do animal control. So I'll vote to motion this to take it to the CAL meeting, and I'll bring all the evidence that I have at the meeting, and then we'll discuss it. But last time I called several times. The senior who called me, she called animal control several times, and they stated that we don't have it in the village at all. So that's why I put it on the agenda.
All right, moving on. Call her up, please.
Who second, please? I didn't hear a second.
Jason did.
Thank you, Jason. Trustee Belcher. Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right.